I'm going to tell you, everyone out there saying oversaturated market, take that word out of your vocabulary. It's not oversaturated. In fact, it hasn't even nicked the surface. We haven't even penetrated what's about to happen. If you're sitting there and you're like, it's oversaturated, that's an excuse.
Yeah.
So put that aside. I don't even want to hear that word anymore because I think that influencers made up that word so other people wouldn't come into the space.
Smart.
There's room for everyone.
Yeah.
Listen, if you like sea monkeys or you have ferrets, there's room. You have to have a unique perspective. But here's the thing that's worked for me, the key to my castle. I, instead of focusing on more followers, focused on the followers that I have.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is Susie in Minnesota, if I had one follower, I focused on Susie. I didn't try to get Sally and Judy. So in focusing on Susie, Susie went out and told 10 friends, the Skinny Confidential is A, B, C, D. Those 10 friends, 5 of them followed me. Then I focused on her 5 friends and still paid attention to Susie. And all her friends went out and told their friends. So when you start to look at the people that are already following you and you appreciate what you already have, they go out and do the work for you. This thing where you have to go get all these followers and how much can you get? I'll tell you right now, I have a lot of followers and it never, I don't think, feels like enough. You're never going to get to it where you're like, I'm at the end of the finish line.
Yeah.
So it's so important to already focus on what you have. And I think that that's like a whole strategy for happiness in general. It's like, if you're constantly looking at what you don't have, you can't appreciate what you have.
2 things here. 1, following your favorite influencer or your podcast or whatever, and you're building a business in the same vein that they are, like, I would suggest right now, stop following them. Stop looking at what they're doing. Stop consuming their content. I know that's controversial because there's probably a lot of people here who are like, wait, don't stop listening. But the problem is the Skinny Confidential formula is done. The adulting formula is done. You cannot do something that somebody's already done. The way you're going to stand out is by being uniquely yourself.
Yeah.
Right? The people that we're attracted to the most on social it's like, that's them. That's their formula. That's why they skyrocket, because it can't be duplicated. Where saturation is occurring, if there is saturation, it's people trying to take somebody else's formula and mimic it and do it over and over and over, because we've seen it before, right? And we're smart as audience members, and we say, okay, I've already seen that. That's a cheap down version of a Tony Robbins or a Skinny Confidential.
And no
whatever
one wants a Diet Right. And we all want a Diet Coke.
Nobody
want to
wants the
discourage
Bobs,
people.
they want the Toms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to discourage people from creating, but I want to encourage people to create in their own way, the way they actually see it, and not so much pandering to what they think they are, but also like documenting that process is so important. I think if there's any reason that the show for us has stood out and had taken off is because we just went on there and did us, completely us.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have any other example of how to do that, and so I think that there's room for everyone in the space in every medium. 1, find a medium that speaks to you. And 2, if you're just authentically yourself, and I know that word's thrown out, it's thrown out everywhere, but it's true. I mean, it's honestly true. Like, if you are yourself, nobody else can duplicate that and you'll stand out. But you have to have something unique to talk about.
Yeah.